Some of Europe's most famous destinations now cost double what they did a few years ago. And in 2025, one of them charges 150 euros for a 10-minute boat ride. Before you book Paris, Santorini, or Venice, because everyone goes there, watch this. These are 10 overrated destinations in Europe in 2025, and the smarter, cheaper, less crowded places you should visit instead. Welcome to the List Quest, your weekly guide to the world's best destinations without the tourist traps. Today, we're breaking down 10 famous European hotspots that look incredible on Instagram, but in 2025, they're crowded, overpriced, and often disappointing in real life. For each one, you'll get a better alternative with real daily budgets, best months to visit, and who it's perfect for. Stay to the end. Number 1 can save you hundreds of euros on a single trip.
At number 10, Paris, France. Go here instead. Lyon, France.
Paris feels like a dream until you're paying 8 euros for coffee you drink standing at the bar. A mid-range day easily hits 220 to 300 euros. Museum tickets, taxis, and hotel rooms over 250 euros near the center. Peak months mean shoulder-to-shoulder crowds around the Eiffel Tower and Louvre, plus rising reports of pickpocketing in tourist zones. Metro lines are fast, but at rush hour, you're squeezed in with half the planet. Lyon gives you France with the volume turned down and the flavor turned up. Daily budgets drop to around 180 to 250 euros, with 4-star hotels often between 120 to 160 euros a night. Two rivers, a Renaissance old town, and hilltop basilicas give you views as romantic as Paris without the chaos. Trams and metro lines link everything in minutes. You can cross the city center on foot in under 20 minutes. Come April to June or September to early November for clear skies, cafe terraces, and smaller crowds. Foodies, this is your capital. Traditional bouchons serve 3-course meals with wine from about 25 euros. Perfect for travelers who want French culture, history, and cuisine without paying a famous landmark tax. At number 9, Venice, Italy. Go here instead. Ljubljana, Slovenia. Venice looks like a movie set, and in 2025, it's priced like one. Expect 200 to 280 euros per day, 10 euros cappuccinos on the main squares, and gondola rides pushing 150 euros for 30 minutes. Narrow alleys become human traffic jams by midday, especially in June to September. New visitor rules and day trip fees are trying to fix over-tourism, but for you, it just means higher costs. Ljubljana gives you riverside romance without the headaches. A day here feels comfortable at 100 to 150 euros, including meals, local wine, and a central hotel. The Ljubljanica River is lined with cafes, bridges, and street musicians, all without cruise ship crowds. Car-free Old Town means you actually hear church bells and conversations, not rolling suitcases. A funicular takes you up to Ljubljana Castle. Trains and buses connect you to Lake Bled in under an hour. Visit May to June or September for mild weather and lighter tourist numbers. Perfect for couples and slow travelers who want charm, walkability, and value. At number 8, Santorini, Greece. Go here instead. Naxos, Greece. Santorini's cliffside sunsets are legendary, and so are the prices. Daily budgets easily hit 220 to 350 euros, with 300-plus rooms that still face crowds on every staircase. In peak season, you're sharing those sunset spots with thousands of selfie sticks and cruise excursions. Beaches here are mostly pebbles and black sand. Pretty, but not ideal if you're picturing soft golden sand. Naxos quietly delivers the Greek island fantasy most travelers actually want. Plan for 180 to 280 euros per day, with family-run hotels from around 90 to 140 euros, just steps from the beach. Agios Prokopios and Plaka Beach offer long, sandy shores where you can actually lie down without bumping elbows. Local buses connect beaches, villages, and the main port for just a few euros. June or September gives you warm seas, open tavernas, and far fewer crowds than July to August. Food is local and generous. A full meal with wine can be under 15 to 20 euros per person. Perfect for beach lovers, families, and anyone who'd rather swim than queue. At number 7, Amsterdam, Netherlands. Go here instead. Utrecht, Netherlands. Amsterdam's canals are beautiful, but in 2025, the city is actively trying to discourage some types of tourism. Daily costs land around 200 to 280 euros, with 250 plus hotel nights common in central areas. Red Light District and main canals can feel like crowded theme parks most evenings. Bikes, trams, and crowds, all sharing tight streets, make it intense for first-timers. Utrecht offers that same Dutch charm on a more human scale. Expect around 190 to 260 euros a day, with slightly lower hotel rates and way fewer bachelor parties. Unique split-level canals put cafes right at water level, some of Europe's coziest terraces. The train ride from Amsterdam Airport takes about 30 minutes. From Utrecht, you can day trip anywhere in the country. Spring and early autumn bring mild weather, canal-side dining, and student energy without chaos. Perfect for travelers who want bikes, canals, and history, but also peace and quiet at night. At number 6, Barcelona, Spain. Go here instead. Valencia, Spain. Barcelona's Gaudi masterpieces are incredible, but you'll view them through a forest of raised smartphones. Days here can cost 170 to 250 euros, plus new tourist taxes and higher prices near La Rambla and the beach. Pickpocketing is a known issue, and summer beaches feel like festivals you didn't mean to attend. Valencia keeps the Mediterranean vibe, but turns down the stress. Budgets here hover around 160 to 240 euros per day, with 3 to 4-star hotels often 100 to 150 euros. You still get a city beach, palm trees, and Gothic architecture, plus the futuristic City of Arts and Sciences. A vast park and a dried riverbed cuts through the city, perfect for cycling and sunset walks. Try March for Las Fallas Festival, or May to June for beach weather without peak season crowds. Paella was born here. You can eat the original dish overlooking the sea for under 20 euros. Perfect for foodies, families, and anyone who loves cities where locals still outnumber tourists. At number 5, Dubrovnik, Croatia. Go here instead. Kotor, Montenegro. Dubrovnik's walls are stunning, but cruise ships have turned them into queues. Expect 180 to 250 euros daily costs in 2025, plus a tourist tax and strict limits on visitor numbers. In summer, the old town can feel like a one-way system of tour groups and selfie sticks. Kotor, just across the border, gives you the same medieval drama with more breathing room. Plan for 120 to 180 euros per day, with guest houses from 60 to 100 euros within the old town walls. The Bay of Kotor looks like a fjord, sheer mountains dropping into glassy water. You can hike to a fortress above the city for panoramic views without fighting a crowd. June and September offer warm weather, swimmable water, and fewer cruise visits. Perfect for hikers, photographers, and anyone chasing Game of Thrones-style scenery at half the price. At number 4, Mykonos, Greece. Go here instead. Milos, Greece. Mykonos markets itself as glamorous, and the prices prove it. Daily costs often hit 250 to 350 euros, especially if you're near the famous beaches or nightlife. If you're not here to party, you're paying party prices for a trip you don't actually want. Milos is where the landscapes steal the show. Budget around 180 to 280 euros per day, with charming studios from 100 to 150 euros a night. Lunar white rock formations at Santorini Beach make it one of the most unique shorelines in Europe. Small fishing villages like Klima give you colorful boathouses right on the water. Visit May to June or September for warm seas, boat tours, and quieter coves. Perfect for photographers, couples, and travelers who prefer moonlit walks to nightclub lines. At number 3, Reykjavik and Golden Circle, Iceland. Go here instead. North Iceland, Akureyri. The Reykjavik Golden Circle Loop is Iceland's greatest hit, and everyone knows it. Daily budgets can hit 220 euros plus once you factor in tours, car rental, and high food prices. Parking lots fill quickly at Thingvellir, Geysir, and Gullfoss. You're rarely alone with nature. North Iceland gives you the drama without the buses. Base yourself in Akureyri, with daily budgets around 200 to 280 euros, depending on tours and car hire. Waterfalls like Godafoss and Dettifoss, plus volcanic landscapes near Lake Mývatn, feel wilder and less crowded. In winter, fewer city lights mean better chances to see the northern lights right from town. Fly from Reykjavik in under an hour, or drive the ring road with breathtaking stops along the way. Perfect for adventurous travelers who prioritize landscapes and quiet over nightlife. At number 2, Cinque Terre, Italy. Go here instead. Puglia, Italy. Cinque Terre's 5 villages cling to cliffs, and 2025's crowds cling to every path. Expect 200 to 280 euros per day, with mandatory trail reservations in peak season and packed trains between towns. You'll earn those Instagram shots, not just with hiking, but with patience. Puglia stretches along Italy's heel and quietly outperforms the famous coastlines. Daily budgets drop to around 140 to 200 euros, with seaside guest houses often 80 to 130 euros. Towns like Polignano a Mare and Monopoli offer cliffside views, old towns, and clear turquoise water. Whitewashed hill towns like Ostuni give you that lost-in-time feeling without ticketed trails. Travel May to June or September to October for warm seas and manageable temperatures. Perfect for travelers who want coastal Italy, authentic food, and fewer tour groups. At number 1, Lake Como, Italy. Go here instead. Lake Garda, Italy. Lake Como is pure postcard and priced accordingly. Daily budgets often reach 220 to 300 euros, with luxury hotels easily passing 400 euros a night. Some towns feel more like open-air fashion shows than relaxed lakeside escapes. Lake Garda gives you Italy's lake life with more options for every budget. Plan for 180 to 250 euros a day, with a wide range of stays from family campsites to lakeside resorts. Towns like Sirmione, Malcesine, and Riva del Garda offer castles, promenades, and mountain backdrops. Ferries and buses link villages, while cable cars take you up to panoramic viewpoints. June and September balance good weather, open activities, and lighter crowds than August. Perfect for families, hikers, and road trippers who want flexibility and more than just one expensive village. From overpriced coffees in Paris to crowded cliff paths in Cinque Terre, Europe's biggest names don't always deliver the best experiences. Choose Lyon over Paris, Naxos over Santorini, and Lake Garda over Lake Como. And you'll come home with the same stunning photos, but a lot more stories and money left in your wallet. Which famous destination do you think is overrated? And what's your favorite alternative? Tell me in the comments. I'm collecting ideas for a part 2. If you're planning a trip right now, your next stop should be 10 countries where $100 feels like $1,000 in 2025. Tap it on screen and subscribe to the List Quest for more smart, detailed travel countdowns every week.